But you're right. We were all hunting public land before that. And we started hunting. I mean, we've all hunted public land before Midwest Whitetail, and then up until I started working there in 2011, I'd hunted some public land back at home in Missouri where I grew up. But then in 2011, 2012, when we moved to Iowa, we had trouble finding places to hunt. So we just started going to public land out of necessity. I mean, that's where, I mean, we knocked on dozens of doors and tried to get permission places and had minimal success doing that. So we just went back to public and hunted there and had mixed results for a few years, basically just hunting hard through the rut, sitting all day, trying to sit bedding areas wherever we could find doe groups. And we had decent luck doing that. But the real light bulbs didn't start turning on until we started following Dan and like Greg Blitzinger. And at the time, I don't know if Joe Elzinger's still on the Hunting Beast or not, but he was another one of them. And all you guys were talking about was bedding. And we had this giant library of footage at Midwest Whitetail from pro staff all over the country. And then of course, all of Bill's hunts and all these specific deer that he'd hunted on his farm over the years. And when we started hearing about the whole sort of buck bedding concept, all these light bulbs were just going off day and night. I mean, we were spending all night long at the office looking through footage and like past encounters of bucks. And it was, I mean, the amount of learning that we did in that 3 or 4 year period, basically from 2015 through when we started THP 2017, 2018, was a ton. Like we shifted our focus. We were already hunting bedding in the rut, but we shifted our focus into why are they bedded where they are. Mm-hmm. And that made such a huge difference because, and we got confidence doing that really quickly because we could look back at all of these previous hunts from years and years past and all these videos. And then we would interview the guys on the pro staff or talk to Bill about like which area of the farm this deer was using and when he killed him or when he saw him there. I mean, you start to put little pieces together and you realize that a lot of these big bucks are in places where people don't go. And some of them are small, little hidey holes right off the side of a road. Some of them are 2 miles back in a big thicket. But man, that was just that. If we learn, I mean, we learned a lot from you, Dan, as far as the bedding stuff is concerned. But if there's one thing that really sticks out, that's it. It was always like you used to talk about going to a property and like, just tell me, go onto a property, tell me where your tree stands are, tell me where you're hunting. And I'll tell you where the big buck is. And I don't even have to step foot on it half the time because you just see where the people go. And then boom, we started actually doing that and going out to people's private properties about that time in 2017, 2018. And we would look at a map, get some general info, go gomming in there, and we would find these bedding holes that are back in there. Not necessarily just specific beds, but areas of the property that were not getting hunted. And it was without fail, almost. I mean, there's no such thing as always, I guess, in deer hunting. Always and never don't exist, but almost without fail, every property we looked at, public or private, you just find out where the people don't go, and boom, there they are.